Hello, bonjour and ahoy. Last night, GLOBSEC hosted the annual Czech and Slovak Transatlantic Awards, where former Estonian President Kersti Kaljulaid and former Czech Foreign Affairs Minister Jaroslav Šedovi received the award, with his son accepting on his behalf. In parallel, our participants took in a Danube sunset cruise, seeing all of the beauty of Devín Castle and more. Here are the highlights from day 3. Bright and early, a host of policy and government luminaries assessed the impact of Western sanctions on the Russian economy and if an irreversible disaster had already taken hold. To keep the energy going, a fiery keynote from European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen outlined how in the face of multiple challenges, Europe has emerged more united and stronger. Following her speech, the European Commission announced a new EU Western Balkans initiative, framed around 4 key measures: bringing the region closer to the EU single market, deepening regional economic integration, accelerating fundamental reforms, boosting pre-accession funds. In Maria Theresia, a no-fuss, all-action conversation about security guarantees for Ukraine was undertaken, with voices from Kiev, Vilnius, and Paris sharing their views. Speaking of action, the Prime Ministers of Albania and North Macedonia made the case that the Balkans were back in business and ready to take the next steps in their state evolution. The region was spotlighted again with an intimate one-on-one with the Prime Minister of Kosovo on where his country goes next. Our afternoon session was hypercharged with a keynote by French President Emmanuel Macron, followed by a moderated conversation by GLOBSEC founder and president Robert Vache. In his remarks, the French president outlined how Europe will not be taken hostage as it was in the past, echoing the crushed democratic movements of the Cold War, and has already corrected some of these errors of the past when it comes to Ukraine, by demonstrating massive military, financial, and humanitarian aid. According to the French president, support for Ukraine was just one of the elements of Europe taking further control of its security and being less reliant on partners in order to make faster strategic decisions and produce more critical stocks in Europe. Looking to the future, he previewed the upcoming NATO summit in Vilnius, declaring that Ukraine must be protected as Ukraine is protecting Europe and needs security guarantees. The day ended with another dynamic conversation between the Prime Ministers of Slovakia and Croatia, who discussed how to advance Ukraine's accession path and how Central and Eastern Europe will rise to the occasion of this transformative geopolitical moment. To end the day, GLOBSEC founder and president Robert Vache took the stage one last time to officially close this year's edition and stressed his optimism in the face of multiple challenges. What an unbelievable 3 days of high-level discussions about Central and Eastern Europe and other global issues. But while our 18th edition may be over, have no fear. We'll be back next year even bigger and better than before. From GLOBSEC Bratislava Forum 2023, I'm Roger Hilton signing off, and ciao from Bratislava.